Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Local Blacks podcast.
The show by local blacks for local blacks. And if you're not local or black, you can stay. But remember, tread lightly.
I am Lamont, and I'm here with my wonderful co host.
I'm Zaria, the wonderful co host.
And this is a show where we just give our black and probably unwanted opinions about whatever we want. So, hello, Zaria. It's been a minute.
It's
How
been
are you?
it's been quite a while, but I've been, living life to the fullest. Not really.
Absolutely.
But, just been out here living and being black. How about you?
Same. Zaria knows my home life has been a little hectic these past couple weeks, just with summer classes, and we're going on vacation soon. So, but yes, I'm still thriving. I'm working as usual, and just trying to get my life together.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Absolutely.
So, we're gonna go over a few housekeeping things before we get started. We don't know how long this episode is gonna be. It's gonna be our last episode for a while. Actually, our next episode won't be out until August 1st, which is so crazy considering it's only July 9th. But
Right.
I'm gonna be out of town for basically almost 2 weeks straight. So obviously, I won't have time to sit down and record when I'm out doing my festivities. So hope you guys understand. I'm sorry.
You're
Sorry.
right there, bud.
No. I got choked up. I was gonna cry. No, I'm kidding.
Bye.
Love you guys, but no. Um, so yes, our next episode won't be out until August 1st, and we'll keep you guys updated on our Twitter, which I should probably go ahead and shout that out. I'm never prepared. Um, yeah. So, if you want to follow us on Twitter, our handle is @localblackspod. And if you want to support us and what we do here and go ahead and send us a little money, our
Just a little
Venmo is
bit.
at local at local-blacks. And don't forget that we do take email topics. So if you guys want to send us any topics about anything you guys want to hear on the show or just get in contact with us for any reason, you can email us at contactlocalblackspod@gmail.com. I will say it again, contact localblackspod@gmail.com.
Period.
And this last episode was the last episode that's going to be on SoundCloud. So for all of my SoundCloud listeners that have transitioned over to YouTube or um, yeah, on YouTube. Sorry about that. We just had some mishaps with SoundCloud. So hopefully, when our next episode should be on Apple Podcasts, we should have all that stuff figured out when episode 5 comes out. But yes, hello, SoundCloud people. Welcome to YouTube, whatever. Yeah, and I think that is it.
Absolutely.
Gotta get that all
Look at
out the way.
you. Yeah. You gotta have it together.
I do, please, I'm the king of organization over here.
Absolutely. That's why we work so well.
Hmm. So, I'm sorry, my water. So, before we get into everything, we've already talked about how we are. I'm going backwards. It's okay though. Anything else that's been going on? What's news, Aria? What's been going on really?
With me?
Yeah, anything new? Anything exciting you want to tell us?
Oh, nothing. I don't know if I told y'all this the last time, but Zaria did quit her job. Um, yeah, it was time for me to bounce up out of there. I've been out. Listen, I it was time, but Zaria has a
Yeah,
new job. She's been working since she was 15. So this little
I
break
felt
that I
that.
had was very much needed. So,
Yes.
but can't be broke forever. So I got me a new job. But that's pretty much it for me. That's
Okay.
it.
And is this new job the one that I basically referred you to?
Boy, please.
Okay, but is it the job that we both know it is?
Yes, and let's
Absolutely. Period.
first of
Trust.
all, that was a mutual thing.
Okay.
All right. Mm.
But without my connections, would you have this job?
So next topic would be
Well, thanks for asking. Nothing's really new for me. Like I said, just traveling and stuff. I did go bald, by the way, guys. I don't know if half y'all know what I look like, but I used to have um a head full of hair. I think it was almost like 3 or 4 years of hair growth that I just chopped off a couple weeks ago. So
Yep. Ball
two
down.
weeks ago, 2 weeks ago tomorrow. So, and I got to get it all faded and shaped up before I go
Hmm.
out of town, get my eyebrows done. But yeah, I'm bald now, so that's new. But anyways, let's get into the topics of the show. So the first thing we're going to talk about is something I don't think we could have just ignored. It's been going on for the past couple weeks.
Yep.
Miss Shakari, I hope I'm saying that right. I'm
Shakari.
pretty Shak frick. I don't know why I've been saying that all day long, trying to get it right, but I've been saying it the wrong way all day. So Shakari,
Hmm. Yes.
last name.
Richardson.
Okay, yeah, it is. I don't know why I want to say Johnson, but yes, Shakari Richardson. So I'm sorry. Do you want to go ahead and explain a little bit of who she is and just like what happened?
Yes. So Shakari Richardson is a track runner. She had just basically won a race in the Olympic trials to go to the Olympics. Um, After that she was drug tested and she had tested positive for having marijuana in her system. So because of that, she was basically banned from running in the 100 by herself. She did have an opportunity to run the team race, but they didn't pick her for that because of, I'm guessing that's all because of the drug
Yeah, the
test
drug
that she took.
controversy. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, and how I feel about it,
Let's get into it. Might as well tell us how you really feel.
it's a load of bull. I'm sorry. There are so many people. First of all, she was in Oregon when she smoked the weed,
You're right. It's legal
or
there.
however she ingested the weed.
Hmm.
Oregon is a legal state. So, yeah, she really didn't do anything illegal. Number one. Number two, weed is not a drug, a performance enhancing drug. First of all, it's not a
Hmm.
performance enhancing drug. So the weed wasn't helping her nor hurting her in the race. She was just eating hoes up. Um, like that's honestly, she's
Let's
fast.
just keep it real. Honestly, she was moving, and it wasn't she like the youngest woman to qualify for the or
I'm
to
not
run in
sure.
the Olympics?
I'm not sure,
She's
but
only
she's fast,
21.
which is pretty young. Yeah, but I
No,
don't
for
know about
real.
that part. But it's
I'm pretty
just
sure she's probably one of the youngest, if not the youngest. The one of the youngest.
right. And now she has lost her opportunity to run in this year's Olympics. Um, Also, um, Shakari just found out that her mother passed away.
Hmm.
Um, and she had to find out from a reporter that her mother passed away.
Yeah, which was what I was gonna touch on because like I've been talking to a few people about this, just like family, friends, whoever.
Hmm.
Why? Because I feel like this isn't the first time this has like happened to an athlete. I know I've heard this happen like many times before, like when they would just get done with the game or like an event or like something like that, and a reporter is asking them like about their deceased loved one. Like I get it, like as a reporter, you want to get the story and you want maybe like asking them like about their loved one's death is it like how they're pushed or how they're motivated to do as well as they
Right.
do. But like as a reporter, like who are you? Like imagine if somebody came up to you and was asking like, "Oh, well like um is because you're working so hard today because of your dead grandma?" Like,
Yeah.
excuse me?
It's
Like
it's very tone deaf. It's
right.
it's very insensitive too. That should have been
Exactly.
a moment for one of her family members to tell her that her mother had passed away.
Exactly. Same
Not
thing with
some.
TMZ.
Yep.
Same thing with TMZ, what they did to Kobe. I'm like, the wife didn't even know yet that her husband and kid just passed away. Why are you? What? You're trying to sell a story. That's not okay.
Yep.
No, at all. Because I
Um,
feel like that's not the first time this has happened to somebody.
no, it's not. And that's something that really needs to be stopped.
No,
But
seriously.
in all honesty, the whole Sha'Carri Richardson situation is not even the only thing that the Olympics has done to try to stop black athletes.
Mm-hmm.
They just banned like swim caps for women with like afros,
What?
saying yeah, and the reason being if I think it was a quote that was like, if you're any real athlete, you wouldn't need one, which is kind of BS because the white athletes use swim caps. The white girls,
Exactly. I'm
they
like
use
the
swim caps all
yeah.
the time.
Michael Phelps was using his swim cap when he was back in his prime.
Yeah,
So
I'm
what are you talking about? And that's a white cis white man. Like what are you talking about?
Yep. And I think two runners that were running from Africa, I'm not sure on the specific country in Africa, um, they got banned because they said that their T levels were too high. So it's just a lot
Oh
that
my
the
god.
Olympics has, not to mention the banning of any Black Lives Matter
Right. Black Lives Matter apparel.
merch.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
That's
just
all long. Yeah. Oh,
the
racism
Olympics
doesn't
has
exist. Okay,
right,
y'all. Y'all, how can y'all hear all this stuff and still say that?
right.
Like,
But
obviously, it's not blatantly calling us, the N word or something like that, but like,
but it's
it's a
it's
system put
still
against us. Exactly. That's the
yeah.
main thing.
And people try to sit up and I'm sorry, going back to the Sha'Carri
Yeah,
Richardson.
go ahead.
Um, there have been a lot of people with a lot to say, talking about, oh, she
Mm-hmm.
knew what she was doing. She knew that it was wrong. First of all, if my mama passed away, and God forbid anytime soon, but if my mama passed away and I had to find out from a freaking reporter, I'm on the crack rock. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But for real,
No, seriously, especially at 21,
yeah.
21 years old.
And if you know me, you know how close I am to my mama.
Mm-hmm.
So I would be a whole freaking mess. Y'all better be glad that weed is the only thing that I probably be doing.
No, for real. Because people on Twitter were saying like, "Well, I'm gonna support her even though even if she was on crack." So
Honestly,
I'm gonna stand beside her.
right. But that's the thing when it comes to black people, especially black women, we don't get empathy. We don't get
Mm-hmm.
sympathy. We
Yeah.
don't get the loving and understanding. For Christ's sakes, there have been people who've committed mass murders, white men who have gotten more mercy than
Yeah.
black women who do the minimum.
Weed. Weed,
Please.
y'all. Weed.
Are y'all for real? It's
That's
not hurting her. It's not helping her in any way, shape, or form. In all honesty, we would have slowed her ass down, and she
no.
was still eating
That's what
more
I'm
stuff.
thinking. I'm like, if anything, wouldn't it make her like kind of like drowsy and like just like I never smoked weed before, so I don't know y'all, but I know it's not probably what you want to do while you're in the Olympics.
Right,
But she made her own choice to do that. It was against her contract or the Olympics rules, whatever it was. That's on her. She admitted her faults. That's all I want to mention. Like, she admitted what she did wrong. She knew it was against the rules. And at the end of the day, she's like, I don't get paid for this. I'm literally just running for the man at this point. So
right,
I'm running for y'all entertainment. So it's just like, she ain't worried about it. You get a gold medal. Okay, and
right.
the brand deals, the endorsements, when she go pro, that's where the money's going to come from.
But them brands don't care. She was signed to Nike, and Nike kept her. Like Nike was like, okay,
No, for real, because that's what I thought I read. I thought she had an endorsement with somebody. I don't
yeah.
even know if it was Nike.
You
So
think
she is
Nike
signed
is
with
about to
Nike.
drop somebody because of some freaking weed? Please,
They please. You know how many? I was telling my dad about this the other day. You know how many NFL players,
right,
NBA players
right,
that are on probably more than weed.
right,
Hockey players doing snorting crack off each other. Like, I'm sorry to get that raw, y'all, but I mean, for
right,
real. Like, you think they
and
dropping people
not
left and right? Please, they looking over that stuff. Y'all see something like?
right. And I'm pretty sure it's somebody on the board who is on that good old cocaine. I just know that there
They
is.
gotta be banning Black Lives Matter apparel. Somebody on crack.
Somebody's on that good old powder. It
Right.
just doesn't make sense.
It
Well, I
really
mean,
doesn't.
but it happens all the time to black people. So
Exactly.
it's something that we're upset about and we're not surprised about at the same time. And that really sucks for us because we always have to be prepared for the freaking worst. Black people can't
Hmm.
never just win,
Right.
you know. But that's just how the popcorn
Oh,
pops.
yeah, people are saying so much because I don't know what like about like her story, like about her mother, and because they said it was her birth mother,
Hmm.
so I'm assuming she's adopted. right?
I have no idea.
Because they said birth mother, and I'm like, why would you say birth mother
If
if
she's not,
yeah.
yeah,
Like, why don't you just say her mother passed? Like, why is it your birth? So I don't know about all that, y'all. Feel free, like I said, leave us an email, tweet us, whatever, educate us on that. I don't know,
right,
like, Bible, but yeah, that's what I heard. So I was just like, because people were like, well, if it's just her birth mother and she's been adopted for so long, first of all, how you know how long she's been adopted for? You
right,
don't know that. You don't know. Not all everybody that goes into like adoption homes and stuff like that and get like foster parents when they're a fetus. Like some
right.
people get taken away at different ages. But anyway,
I do know that she's really close to her grandma, so I don't know if her grandmother raised her.
that's what I was thinking too. So
Yeah,
I was just like, does she live with like was she like raised by her grandma all this time? And like I don't know the situation.
yeah, I
But people are
don't know.
like, well, if it's just her birth mother and she's adopted or her grandma was taking care of her, why does she care so much? Like, why would it like have her smoke weed? And you know who's talk the peanut gallery. They always have something to say.
Right.
So
And it's like,
and she
how
was
are
like,
you?
"Who am I? How are you to tell me how I'm supposed to deal with the death of my
Right,
own mother? Even
right.
if we weren't close, that's still my birth.
That's
She gave birth to me.
um
That's gonna hit hard."
right, and that was my mom just had a situation like this. She was not.
Mhm.
My mom wasn't raised by her biological father. He wasn't in her life. He passed away, and that was hard on her. He
Mhm.
just passed away like a month ago. Um, and you know me, I felt nothing because I didn't even know the man.
Right.
Um, my sadness went to my mom because she felt a lot
Yeah.
because they never got to patch up their relationship. They
Mhm.
never really got to fix that, and he
Yeah.
passed away. So all the hurt and pain from me went to her,
Yeah.
and I couldn't tell her how to feel. That was her daddy. That was her situation. That was she, that was something that she was going through. So I could never be like, I don't understand why she's mad. I don't understand why she's upset. I don't understand why she's crying because that's her situation. So nobody can tell Sha'Carri how to feel because that ain't your damn mama.
Exactly.
Dude, that ain't your business. Like,
That's what she said in her interview with that one lady on that Good Morning Talk show. She was like, "Who am I to tell y'all how to cope? Who am I to tell y'all how to feel?"
right.
So yeah, that really confused. I mean, it really didn't confuse me because I know why they're saying it like that. But it's just like make it make sense. Like, how would you feel if somebody like say if you lost a child? How would you feel if somebody came up to you and was like, "I don't
Well,
understand why are you acting like that? Like,
right.
why are you drinking so much?
Like, damn, I'm
I don't have a
sorry.
child, so I don't know how to feel about it, but
But
that's
I
still
know
a
I
lot."
wouldn't be this toe up. What are you talking about?
Exactly. She had to run to drugs.
Yeah,
Okay, y'all run the worst, so
right.
let's not even get there. Um,
But I'm sorry. This will be a good segue. Not really, but kinda. I know this isn't on our list, but
oh, that's
um,
okay.
I just wanted to talk about a win for us blacks.
Okay.
Zayla, I hope I don't mess up her name. Zayla, I sounded like the others. Avant Gardy or Garde or just Guard. Um, is the first black contestant to win a national spelling bee. She was 14 years old.
Yes, I did see that. I did see that on Twitter. I
Yeah.
saw her highlights from what's the name?
Yes, I saw her spell the winning word, and I smiled so hard when she started jumping around. She was, oh my god, it made me so happy. Like I had never smiled that
Oh,
hard in my life. Like you could just tell, like it was just nothing but pure joy, and I love that.
oh, that's so sweet. Yeah, because I saw that on Twitter last night, and because she plays basketball too,
Yep, she
and I
plays,
was like,
and she is
national
cold with
what?
it.
Yeah, she really is for 14.
Yes,
Yeah, she's
14 years
definitely going
old,
somewhere.
and I love how.
College is. Go
Sorry,
ahead.
and I
No, go
love
ahead.
how she had her natural hair on. Like I was
Oh,
just
did
so
she? Okay.
happy. Like I was. It was just like a really proud moment. I ain't never seen this little girl. I ain't never heard of this little girl.
Me
That
neither.
just made me so happy.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yes.
Well, congratulations to her. Yeah, come on the podcast, girl. Let's talk about it.
Right.
Hit us up. We're waiting for you.
I was
But yeah, that's great.
I was saying like my anxiety is bad. They could have gave me the simplest word and I would have messed
Right.
it up. Your word is dog. Uh uh
Z
ma'am,
you.
we said dog. Oh sorry. Can you use it in a sentence?
If you don't spell this word right, I'm gonna stick my dog on you.
Um uh, j- 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 uh, 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 eh,
Definition, please.
right. Quickly, quickly. Like, but she was just so calm and composed, and it was just, oh my god, honestly, it made me really happy
That is so
to
funny.
see that.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
is great. Oh my god, speaking about quickly, I literally just hatched a topic to talk about.
Okay, I'm ready.
I don't know why I didn't think about this earlier. Girl, a lot of y'all don't know like our area where we come from. Mostly some of y'all do, some of y'all don't. We live in Wichita, Kansas,
Hmm.
where athletes
Oh
act
god.
like they she already knows where I'm going with this.
Oh my god.
Athletes act like the city just needs to
Bow
praise
down.
them and bow down to the king and take care of them
Yep.
and making sure they're what?
Right.
So
Yeah.
for those that don't know, there I don't even know his I forget his name, I don't care.
I don't care. I
But
don't actually want to give him any airtime.
I don't. I just want to talk about it real quick because
Yeah.
black community, but we can glaze over it
Right.
real quick and then get to Beyonce.
Because I just.
So anyway, so there's this athlete that came out of Wichita, Kansas, like a lot of athletes have. Um, he's a pro athlete somewhere, don't care
Don't
where,
really care.
but he had went on Twitter in response to somebody like already coming for him, saying basically that him as a pro athlete, sh- let me say this as simply as I can, that him as a pro athlete, since he quote unquote gives back to the community, that they like the city does not recognize him and doesn't take care of him. First off, as a pro athlete, why do you need to be taken care of as a pro athlete? You clearly have the money to do so if you're quote unquote giving back to the community.
Right.
That's the first thing. Because I was going back and forth with the guy on Twitter. The second thing is, why do you need the cookies?
Exactly.
Why do you need props for doing what you should be doing in the first
I
place?
thought giving back was a thankless job, but
No, seriously, it's in like I don't know his religion affiliation. I don't know, but I know in the Bible that like when give back, it's not supposed to be I do something so you give me something back.
right,
Like
you give from the
no,
heart.
exactly. And you're a pro athlete, right, Mister Sir?
I do know it was what
It
he
was a
said
mess. It was a dumpster
was
fire. That's what it
I'm
was.
just gonna point out this one tweet that he said.
Oh God,
I'm just gonna paraphrase it. I'm not gonna go back and search for the tweet because if I
no,
if
not
I
worth
go
it.
back and search for the tweet, I'm gonna start an argument. I know that. So, just paraphrasing, he said, "Why would I give back to a community that doesn't give back to me?" So it was
Right.
very much hypocritical. It was very much contradictory because
Mm-hmm.
he said that he gave back, but then he said, "Why would I give back to community that doesn't give back to me?" Now,
Exactly.
the argument was about giving to basically feeding people.
Exactly.
That's what
Yeah.
the
I knew
original
it's where it started. Yeah.
That's where the original argument started. So for me, I was very much confused because I think he got so lost in this is about me. I need to defend myself when nobody is actually attacking you.
No, literally. If he's giving back to the community, no one was attacking you at all. I know I wasn't
Right. My question was because once again the original argument was about, feeding.
feeding, right? Feeding folk.
How are people who are hungry going to give back to you?
Right. That's what I was gonna say. Like
What
if they have nothing, what do they have to give to you?
What
I
are
don't
they
get that.
giving you, baby? Are you talking about the government officials of Wichita? Are you talking about the
I hope
people with
he
money in Wichita? Who are you talking about? Because why would you give to people with money? We're talking about giving to people who don't have much or have anything at all. So what the
exactly.
hell are they supposed to give you?
And another thing, I don't know where he came from. I'm sure he probably didn't grow up with a silver spoon. Everybody has, to work hard for their money. I'm sure he's worked hard to get
Right.
in the place he's in now. I get all that. I do.
Right.
Congratulations on that. But if you're saying that you're giving back to the community, then that should be it.
That's it.
Do what you do, take your photo, because I saw later that day he had posted a little photo op with this kid, and I don't know if that was the same day. That could have been from 4 years ago.
Right.
But the thing is, don't do it and look for cookies.
Exactly.
As a pro athlete, you don't need that.
Not
You're
only
already at a better place than probably half the people you grew up with.
right. Not only that. I hate a person I can't stand people who, if they got it out the mud, or if they did this and they came from nothing and they made it, they expect
Mhm.
everybody to be able to do it. I
Right.
did it, so why can't you do it? What the fuck do you mean? I'm sorry, excuse my language, but seriously, what do you mean?
No, seriously. Explain rapidly, quickly.
Quickly. And he wasn't the only one. There was
Oh,
another.
no, he wasn't. He
There was
wasn't. I was just
another.
using him as an example because
He
he wanted to
this
go back
isn't
and forth with me.
and this isn't the first time that this has happened, and he
Right.
still hasn't
It
learned
won't be the
anything.
last.
He
It won't be the
has
last.
he has nuts and bolts for brains, clearly.
No, seriously,
Um,
failing classes. Like, 'cause I know where he went to high school. I'm not gonna put that out there, but
right,
I know just being a part of. Like, I played basketball. I played sports growing up. Like, coaches will do anything for their players to get out there,
right,
failing classes, doing whatever they gotta do for their star athlete to
right,
play,
right.
and it shows.
And
Nuts and bolts, beans for brains,
I don't mean
mush.
to personally attack this person, but as Black people, we have to support each other in
We
all
do.
aspects.
We do. It
I'm
looks
so
so
sick of
bad.
this, and I don't care about looking good for white people. I care about looking good for each other, because
Right.
as
Right.
a person from Wichita, how do you think the kids who are looking up to you feel about you talking down on them?
Mhm. They
Okay,
ain't doing nothing for me, so I'm not gonna do nothing for them.
right. Okay.
What?
Now, like I was saying, he wasn't the only one. There was another pro athlete. Don't know his name. Don't know his Twitter handle. I don't care. He said he was basically bragging about his $10 million. Woo!
$10 million?
Yeah, that he made or whatever.
Oh my god.
And then
I'm
he was
sick.
arguing with somebody on Twitter, a woman who was doing her very best to give back to her community, who really is trying to do what is needed to be done, and she hasn't looked for a thank you, she hasn't looked for a pat on the back. She is doing it because it is her passion, and her name is Tajane. This person said to her, my passion isn't, my job isn't feeding hungry people. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to help kids who are just like me, and if those kids are hungry, how the hell can they be helped if they ain't got no damn food? Like, it just doesn't make sense to me how these people are so clueless to what's really going on in their community. They're so worried, and I get it. There are kids who need help with their athletics, but there are also kids who go home at night to nothing. There are kids whose parents are working their tails off, and it's not, and there's nothing to show for it because capitalism is a MF. So how the hell are you supposed to help some kids if they're hungry? If they are struggling to make ends meet? What are you doing exactly to help these kids? You brag about your $10 million and then you do nothing with it to help your community.
Okay, I think half of that just cut out.
Are you for real? I went on a whole rant.
I don't know what. I think my
No,
Wi-Fi had just went out or
no,
something.
because really, I was talking and then I heard nothing, and I was like, I'm gonna keep talking because I'm not finished saying what I'm saying. And then I looked at my computer and you were gone, and I was like, okay, maybe he's just gone for a second. I'm gonna keep talking though.
Okay, thank you for keeping talking, but I don't know what because it is it even like are my sound waves recording
Yeah,
still?
yeah,
Okay,
you're good.
okay. Because I thought I paused it because I thought you went offline. Apparently, that was my Wi-Fi that went out.
It was still recording. I don't think it went out.
Okay, cool. So my waves were they still moving while you were
No,
talking?
no, you had gone, but I'm saying that it was still recording me.
Okay, and then the waves are still moving right now, right?
Yeah,
Okay, so we can just pick it up from here then. Hopefully that got everything, but if not, I can just hop into the audio and say we lost them here.
right.
Back to the
Basically,
show.
if you are a professional athlete from Wichita, please don't think that you being a professional athlete means that I'm gonna kiss, spit, lick on your ass, because I'm not. I'm not gonna do it. I don't care who you are. I don't. What's funny is that guy knows my brother, and they're actually quite cool. Do I care?
Oh,
No. That means
absolutely
that
not.
means a hill of beans to me, sir. Because you on Twitter. spilling BS.
No, literally arguing with pixels and codes. Why aren't you out doing pro athlete things? Why
Not
are you on
not
Twitter?
only
Get off
that,
Twitter. Get off Twitter.
I just don't understand why, and people have such god complexes. Like, they act like people are just supposed to bow to them because of
No,
who the heck they are.
seriously.
And not only that, the argument was about one thing, and they made it so much about them. It's not
Yep.
gonna move the community forward. It's not gonna help anybody in this freaking community if you can't sit down, shut up, humble yourself, and listen for just a
Yeah.
second. Especially if you don't
Basically.
even live here anymore. Shut up.
Exactly. Exactly my point. That like your whole brand is helping people that, in your community. So but come on now, like get off Twitter and do that.
Yeah,
Because no one's knocking you for it as long as you're doing it for the right reasons. That
right.
was my whole thing.
And if you want to come back and do a camp every once in a blue moon, congratulations. Thank you so much, because yes, these kids do need a little camp. They do
Get
need
them off the
something,
streets,
right? They do
exactly.
need something that's gonna, make them get out and get active. But don't sit here and act like you're here every day doing something for this community. Don't sit here and act like it, and then you get mad at the people who actually live here, the people
Right.
who are living real lives in this community, the people who are working closely to the people who need help the most.
Hmm.
How are you going to tell them what this community needs? How are you going to argue with them for telling you to step up? If you want to be a community leader, maybe you should listen to the people in this community. Maybe you should collaborate with some people.
No,
Stop
seriously.
stop trying to act like we owe you something, cuz I promise you, you will never ever catch me bowing down to nobody. If you're doing wrong, I'm about to tell you. I'm sorry. If you
Right.
sound stupid, I'm going to tell you. You sound like somebody who thinks somebody owes you something, and baby boy, I don't know you,
No.
so I don't owe you a damn thing.
Exactly.
So,
Just because you came from Wichita and you're a pro athlete now, I don't owe you jack
uh,
squat, sir. Anyway, moving
I
on from
think
this
Lamont
topic, we
went out
talked about him too
again.
much and just the whole
He
thing too much.
did.
But
But yeah, that's what's been going on in Wichita. That's something that has really been bothering
what
me.
is
If
going
you
on
can't tell
with
in the way that
my
I'm
freaking
speaking,
Wi-Fi?
that's something that has really been that bothers me a lot.
Okay, I'm
You're
back.
good.
I don't know what is
It's
happening
okay. I was
to
keeping
my
the show
Wi-Fi.
going. I was keeping the show going.
Okay, so
Um,
what are we at?
I was just saying, yeah, I was just telling the people that's what's been going on here, and I
Okay.
I sound really irritated about it because I don't like for people to treat their own communities as nothing.
Well, you have a reason to. I mean, we live in this community,
Right.
so we've lived in it for 20 years now. So we have a right to be upset. But
Right.
okay, moving on. Let's get to a more some more light-hearted topics. Because I know I told you guys a couple episodes back that we're probably going to end each episode with something a little more lighthearted because we do talk
Absolutely.
about some serious topics. So now we're going to move on to our good sis Beyonce, or
Yes.
Manunka that Zaria calls her, and
My good sis
freaking
Banunka.
these freaking Telfar bags. So I caught the bear like the end of it because I know maybe like I don't know, I want to say like a year ago, these bags started becoming a lot more popular. They're called Telfar.
Yep. Telfar.
And I don't think they're all that. I mean, they're cute, they're basic, they're simple, but it's just like a big T on it, I think.
Yeah.
And then like it's a little I don't know if this is a black brand business.
It
I'm
is.
pretty sure
It
it
is.
is.
It's a black
It
owned business. Yes.
is. Okay. Okay, now I'm understanding.
Black
Now I'm
owned
understanding.
luxury bags, but they're luxurious and accessible to people. They're not like $500 to $600. No, they're about 100 to 250. But I'm g- I'm gonna get me one. I'm gonna,
Okay, but listen, because I heard that the pricing has went up on these said bags because Beyonce was spotted in one.
no, that was just like a Twitter joke.
Okay, I want to make sure because I was just like, wait a damn minute.
Wait, because no, because
I know they
honestly,
did
I
not.
saw Beyonce with a tail. I said I don't have one now, and I'm not getting one because Beyonce now has on a tail feezy. How am I supposed to get my hands on a tail feezy if my good sis Banunka got one on? But the person who owns the Telfar bags, I'm missing out on his name. I'm so sorry, but he put out a statement that was like the prices are not changing.
Okay, okay, cool.
Yeah. So, I love that because, like
That
I
is
said,
funny.
the purpose of them is to be accessible, more accessible.
Exactly. Right.
So
Okay.
he was
Okay.
like,
Gotcha.
"It don't matter who got these."
Okay.
Okay.
I caught the end. So I thought that I heard that they were expensive now, and then he came out with a statement and said the prices are not changing.
Yep,
That's what I
prices
thought
are
it was, but no,
prices
it
are
was
not.
opposite.
The
Okay.
Telfeezys are not changing. I can't wait to
They
see
are some
what
really
they
nice
do.
bags. I thought that I've seen that they come in a lot of colors, a lot of
Mhm.
sizes.
And they sell out so fast.
Yeah.
I was like, "Sold out, sold out." So I was like, "Hey, how am I supposed to get one?"
Right. No, seriously. I'm gonna go, you gotta go look on Amazon and look for a knockoff.
I want a Telfeezy too.
I don't like wear like because I feel like those were like a lot of like purses. I don't know if they have like crossbody
They do
bags
have
or like
crossbodies, they do, and they
they
have, like
do have
yes,
okay.
yeah.
Do they have like a fanny? Because you know I wear like my fannies
I
all the
wear
time,
my
right?
fanny too, and that's why I was, like, hesitant to get one. They don't have
Yeah, because
fannies.
I don't really wear like purses or like not saying it's a purse, but you know what I'm
Right.
saying. Like a longer bag, usually, women, So
They
um
don't have
yeah,
those.
not my style. Not my
Uh,
style. But they are really cute though. I will say that. Oh, and another thing about Benunga, is this another Twitter thing, or did I see? I think she was like Jay Z was holding up a 5, and she was holding up either like a 2 or a
yeah, it
3.
was a 2, and people were like, "She's
Okay.
coming out with her
Yes,
7th
album
album."
7. Right, right,
Um,
right, right. That's
it could
this conspiracy
I
too.
think it's a conspiracy, but I'm praying, I'm hoping, I'm wishing that it's the truth. Um,
Yeah, it could be a coincidence too. Like, cause Beyonce, she likes to do the peace sign, but like,
for Jay to hold up that 5 and her to hold up that 2.
yeah, I
It's
don't
it's
know. Was it
giving
calculated? Was it
it's
not?
giving mystery. I don't really know.
Yeah, it's giving 7.
So, if
It's giving 7.
if that's how they wanna announce this 7th album, go ahead, baby girl, because 'cause I'll be waiting, okay?
No, seriously. But I mean, even if I mean that's a simple thing to do, but just them being Beyonce and Jay Z, anything they do is gonna like spark up something,
Right, but
and they know that. So like, even if an album is not coming soon or at all, um, just getting their name out there
right.
is gonna be good for
Well,
them. So,
because you remember I don't know if you remember this or not, but Beyonce had posted a picture and it was like these purple flowers. And people were like, "Remember the last time she posted pictures of like these lemons and stuff? Was her announcing lemonade." So they were thinking that this was like so
um,
people are just looking for something, anything,
yeah,
a sign of hope that
yeah.
Beyonce is coming out with a new album. But I don't know, she may just Rihanna us, to be honest.
No, for real, because Beyonce's made her money. She got her
You
checks,
know
and
what?
it's still coming too.
And I guess I just keep watching Homecoming until she
No, Homecoming and Black is King.
listen, because that's what we have to hold on to for now.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I mean, if she doesn't, that's fine. If she does, the world will probably stop.
Carry
Carry
on.
on. But but I mean, yeah, good for her. Because I feel like because I mean, The Lion King, like the album that she did with Black is King, is like technically her album, but like
But
it's
it's
not at
not
the same
really,
time.
yeah.
It's a really good album though, and I watch Black is King like
It's
at
like
least
what
every couple of weeks.
Kendrick Lamar did with the Black Panther album.
Yeah,
It's his
exactly.
album, but nah,
It wasn't really
it
it, but it was
wasn't
really good to be an album. But then
right.
again, it kind of wasn't.
So we just
Because I don't think anybody that's seen like the live action Lion King would know like this is from Lion King. Like it's
right,
kind of a standalone album,
right.
but it makes sense when you listen to like the music and see the movie stuff like that. So
So
yeah, okay, good for her.
I
So our
don't
next
know.
thing, oh,
Sorry. Oh, okay. Let's keep going.
okay. So our next topic is about unpopular opinions. So I wanted to put our own opinions on here at first, but we really couldn't think of any. So I got this idea from a Twitter mutual. Correct me if I say this wrong, Zaria.
Hmm.
Tajane.
Yep.
Okay. Um, yeah. I follow her on Twitter, so does Zaria. I don't know if Zaria like knows her more than I do. But she did a thread of just unpopular opinions, quote unquote unpopular opinions
Um,
in general. So I was just like, let's hop on.
before we start on the
Okay.
unpopular opinions, just a little bit about her. She's quite amazing. She has started this. I'm gonna call it a movement. I hope that doesn't offend her. Called ICT Eats in
Yes.
Wichita. It's a series of fridges that have been put up within our community that she restocks. I want to say once every 2 weeks or once a week, but she restocks the fridge, and the fridge is free for anybody to go and grab food from. She does not condone, neither do I. Not speaking on behalf of her, but she does not condone people policing her fridges. She does not condone people saying that there is a limit on how much food people can get. She is trying to
Mm-hmm.
feed the community because, unfortunately, Wichita, um, if you're not from Wichita, I'm sorry, but Wichita, Kansas is filled with food deserts, and she has been trying
Mm-hmm.
and succeeding at doing her best to stop those food deserts and feed people within this community. So if you would like to donate to her, um, I'm gonna give out her Cash App, which is ICT Eats, capital ICT and Eats. Just put it all together, with the dollar sign. Donate to them whatever you can because she really is doing work for this community.
Yes, the
Um,
Lord's work. I
yes,
tweeted her the other day and said that. She didn't respond because she's like a celebrity or
she
whatever.
really
So,
is. Um,
but I hope she saw it. And girl, she listened to our podcast too.
yes,
So, girl, if you're listening, you're doing the Lord's work.
yes,
We kind of got beef because you didn't reply to my tweet, but it's okay.
right.
I know you're busy.
I am. I love her. I've never met her in person, but I love her. I love everything that
Right.
she's doing. I love everything that she stands for. And I love that she is not afraid to call out anybody if they are not if they are fronting, trying to act like they're doing work for this community, if they are um all around racist, if they're not giving what they're supposed to give.
Right.
She's
They ain't
calling
doing
these
right.
people out.
She on it.
But yeah, and she puts her money where her mouth is. She's a doer, not a sayer. So I really admire that about her. But anyways,
Right.
back to her list of unpopular opinions.
Yes, and her Twitter and Cash App will be in the description box as well. So,
Yeah,
yeah. Um, so yeah, so she just listed a thread of unpopular opinions. I wanted to make them about the Black community, so I'm just gonna kind of point out a few ones here. We can just kind of give our opinions on them, say yay, say nay, and obviously, girl, if you're out there listening, this isn't to come for you or like I don't belittle you in any way. This is just for entertainment, and I thought you had some really good points on a few of these. So instead of just screenshotting them and marking them as our own opinions, I'm just gonna read them straight from your Twitter. So here we go. So let's see here. Let's see here. Let's see here. Ooh, this is a good one. So she said, people and especially white people who say they hate rap and hip hop, I automatically assume they are racist and anti-black. What do you hate about it? Quickly. That's a really good statement.
I felt that with my entire soul.
Yeah, I agree with that. There's another one that says like on the flip side, white cis men who have a quote unquote thing for hip hop or obsessed also make me uncomfortable. What are you relating to? Especially the guy who made who made another good one. What are you relating to? Especially the guy who made money off of proximity. Oh yeah, to hip hop. Yeah. So yeah, that's a really good point. Um, yeah. What are you relating to? Like
Quickly, answer quickly.
quickly. Yeah, I agree with that one. That's a good one. We
Yeah,
really need to talk about that one. That's kind of self-explanatory.
absolutely.
Um,
Hold on.
let's
I just
see.
need to say I can't
Yeah, go ahead.
stand white hip hop heads. I'm sorry. It has to be said because they think they know everything about the hip hop community. What do you know, baby? What
Right.
do you know? Go to
Just
country.
enjoy the music. Just listen
Just
to the music.
listen
Enjoy
to it.
it. Sing
Yes.
along and be
They be
done.
trying to dissect. They be trying to criticize.
Right.
There was one. I don't even know his name. Don't care. But I think he had something to say about Meg, and I was like, "Are you in a black woman?
Who doesn't?
I don't really know what you are ethnically."
Quickly, right, 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 right.
I was like, "Oh, is that a white in black business, boy?"
Don't do that.
Anyways, we can keep going. Sorry.
Okay, here's another one that I had liked. It said, if you are black in high school and in Kansas, please go to a HBCU if you can. I think black people should leave Kansas and explore other black areas of the country for a while. Come back if you want. Another good point.
Absolutely, because I I don't want to sound like I'm hating on Wichita, but I feel like it is a sinkhole for some people,
Oh yeah,
and if they
definitely.
don't get out, I've seen so many people that I've went to school with who don't do anything. They're just kind of stuck here.
Yeah.
I left for a year. I'm leaving again. Hallelujah. Um, and it's not saying that I hate this place. This is my home. But especially for black kids, you gotta get out. Get out for just a little bit and come back.
Yeah.
Even if you go to a
Definitely. At
different
least
city.
explore a little bit. Like
Right,
go to even places outside like go to Jamaica, go to the Virgin Islands, go
right,
other places. Like you don't have to like, you know, leave somewhere just because you're black. Like go explore a little bit. Go learn, a little bit more about yourself and who you are as a person, and then come back.
right.
That's how I think about it. But
Yeah, and as somebody who goes to an HBCU, I think all black people should go to an HBCU. But I understand that
right.
that's kind of unrealistic. But would I recommend going to one? Absolutely,
Yeah. And I don't, and I highly recommend you go to one.
absolutely.
Okay, so she talks about beer and like alcohol and stuff too. But I just want to say this is kind of not an unpopular opinion, but it is an opinion. What is with the black community in Hennessy?
I want us to be released
I don't
from the
know because
shackles.
for legal reasons, we don't engage in alcohol activities.
Right.
But what I've heard is that Hennessy tastes like straight gasoline.
Hmm.
So if it tastes that bad, why does it have such a chokehold on us? Same with Crown. Why?
I
Why?
I just want us to be released from the shackles. And it's not just drinking Hennessy. We gotta have Hennessy infused everything.
No, literally.
Hennessy infused peach cobbler, Hennessy infused donuts. What? Hennessy infused chicken. Are you for real?
Chicken, Hennessy, and bye.
Can I just have regularly seasoned chicken? Dang.
Right. So when we're putting Hennessy in our chicken, is that like getting us intoxicated or just for the
I
taste?
don't know. It's just
Because
powerful.
it can't be enough to get somebody drunk,
It's
right? I don't
powerful
know.
niggatry at work, and I just
Oh my
don't.
god.
We
Uh,
have to release ourselves.
okay, here's another good one. Anybody who says black women can't rap, they hate Beyonce, Meg Thee Stallion, or anyone else, I just assume they're misogynist. Don't explain love. I get it. That's a good one.
That don't even
People
be
be
no
saying
excuse.
like we already know the Illuminati stuff about Benunka. Like, yes, okay, she worships the devil. Who cares? At this point, whatever.
Right.
And then about Meg, they're talking about like she looked manly. I'm like, what is manly about that woman? She's tall. She has a good frame, so now she gotta look manly.
Right.
Oh,
It doesn't
ooh.
make sense, but it only happens to black women.
This stuff only happens to black women.
Only happens to
Y'all don't be picking apart. Um, no, y'all do. I was gonna say Miss Grande, but is she really white? I mean, she's white adjacent, white passing it. She's Italian, whatever the hell.
they white.
But oh yeah, I was gonna say y'all don't pick apart her, but they do. But not as much as black women.
Mm,
Like they don't get it as hard. Like Katy Perry and all them, they don't get it as hard.
not at
So
all.
there's
We
no,
get
there's no,
everything, and
no,
and
seriously.
I think I've said this before, but we get it from our own people too. I'm like, God, y'all is giving coon energy, and I don't like. I don't like. Y'all sound like some coons. Please get it together. I just let's keep it pushing.
Okay, this is a good one. I think POC solidarity is achievable, but doesn't exist. Way too much anti-blackness and relying on black labor. Very true.
Absolutely, because
I agree as well.
I don't understand why every time something happens within another POC community, they call on us.
Right, where the black people at?
Man,
Oh, so now it's all lives matter,
oh,
huh?
but Black
Like
Lives
what?
Matter, right? Yeah, they do. You
Right,
just showed your anti-blackness. How about you do what you
exactly. You're
do?
showing, ma'am. You're
And the
showing.
thing is black folks, we support everybody. I don't, and you know what? I'm so sick of people. Even black people do this. Expect black people to be the bigger person. I'm sorry. I would like to be a child for just a second.
Yeah,
I
yeah. I saw a TikTok about that. No, like there's no more being nice. There's no more no. There's none of that.
can't even
We
do it.
can't keep doing it
Like,
because we're not going to progress if we just keep getting stomped all over. It's
right.
not going to work.
And
That's not how this works.
the thing is other communities don't. y- How is it that white people have done something and you want the black people to fix it? What the hell are we supposed to do? Answer quickly.
Seriously.
Answer quickly, because we're still trying to get our own stuff together. We're still fighting for equality and fighting for freedom. We can't devote all our time. We're gonna devote half of our time. I can do that. I can support
Okay. She
y'all.
said. She said Kanye West had the biggest influence on rap and hip hop. I hope he gets better. Um,
Mm,
I don't really know because I'm trying to think of who else had a bigger quote unquote impact than him, and I can't really think of anybody at the
honestly,
moment.
if Kanye West hadn't shown his coonship,
No, for
and
real.
hadn't.
That's why she said, "I hope he gets
Yeah,
better." I
he's
mean, we can't take, he's a talented man. He makes good music. Like his
absolutely.
gospel album makes me want to go to church every time I hear it.
That's what made me so sad. I was like, "Oh, this," and you
So
he's go
talented.
and he just needs some help. That
The Kardashians got him messed
Yeah,
up.
he just needs some help. And
I think he was fine before he got with them
yeah,
people, but
well, he was spiraling, but he went out of control when he got with them.
yeah, no, he was definitely showing signs of mental illness before even getting with
Yeah.
them. So, but I think that was like the breaking point, just being in their
And you know
family
what?
and all they go through.
You can't really argue with that.
Yeah,
But
because I really don't know anybody who had a bigger impact
that
than
that
him.
man has some talent. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
you can never
Yeah,
take that away from him.
yeah. Come on, Kanye, come on the podcast, let's talk about it.
Arr.
There's another one that I saw. Oh yeah, I believe that Black culture should be gatekept. How we speak, how we dress, all of it. Yep.
Yep,
Simple,
yep.
simple as
It
that.
makes me
Everybody else be doing it, so why not
it
us?
makes me very uncomfortable when I hear other races using AVE. Like it makes me cringe. Um, Also, I've heard white people use the word ghetto a lot. And
No, for
I was
real.
like,
Oh my god, you see what I put on Twitter today about that? I don't know. She looked white. That white girl that went on TikTok and was like, if y'all want something fun to do during the summer that's free and can, give you some entertainment, she was like, ask a white girl why when they say something's ghetto. I was like, she's on to something.
she is. She's very
She's on to something. She's on to
what
something.
do
But
you,
unfortunately for me, if they answer incorrectly, I'm going to jail.
right.
So there's
Because
that.
what does ghetto mean to you, baby girl? Like, what is it?
Right.
And I saw this tweet a long time ago that was like, white people do ghetto stuff. They just call it life hacks. And I was like,
Uh-huh. Right, right, right.
oh, yep, that's exactly what they do.
Yeah, that's a good one. Mm. Ooh, here's one. She said, I don't think white people should adopt black children. It screams white savior, especially after that case with the two white ladies who killed their black children.
I've been
Huh.
saying it for the longest time.
That makes a lot of
I've
sense.
been saying it for so long. And it's not just they will go to other countries and get black kids. What are you
Oh yeah, it
doing?
doesn't have to be from America. They can go to anywhere and
What
yeah, and get us. Yeah.
and I've seen so many black kids who were raised by white people who have horror stories like of how their family
Yeah.
just basically tried to change who they are. They don't now I'm not saying this for all, but
Right. Okay.
most,
I can see that.
yeah.
I can see that.
Um Dang it, I had something else.
I have not heard about that though. The two ladies killing their black children. Oh my god, that's
Yeah.
awful.
Also, there was this black dude on TikTok, and you can't blame him. He was raised by these white people. Actually, you can go get some education, my nigga. His whole family were Trump supporters, and he was like, "Did you vote for Trump?" And they were like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Do you still love me? Are you for real?"
Oh my god. Are you for real?
Yeah, it was terrible.
Whew. Okay, I think that's all she has about like stuff in the black communities, and we can start the episode because we're coming up to an hour. But yeah, that's a pretty interesting one. But it's just like okay, so thinking about if it's the other way around. So I mean, this really doesn't happen. But
Nothing. Whatever. Sorry, never mind. I'm just gonna.
sure, I'm gonna say should black people try to adopt white kids?
What black person in they? No, anyway,
That yeah, exactly. That question made no sense. I was just thinking about it because I'm just like, I wonder how somebody
I
would
don't
could try to
know.
counter argument
You
this.
can't really. It's like the whole reverse racism thing.
Exactly, it doesn't exist, so it's yeah, your argument's invalid.
Yeah.
So just playing devil's
I
advocate
know me
here.
personally, for me to adopt a white kid, they would really have to touch my heart. Like
Yeah,
they would really
yeah,
have to touch my spirit and my soul.
yeah. Which makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. Yeah, because that is crazy. Because I do see a lot of like rich or like higher middle class white women walking around with
Black
little black
kids.
babies, and it makes me kind of like
It's,
it. It make not. It, I don't think it's wrong, but it makes me look at them some type of way. I'm like, okay, what are you trying to prove here?
oh no,
Like
not for
sometimes, and
black
most of the
kids.
times, I feel like some of the times they're not. They just, I mean, whatever. That's their business. But it's just like,
Hmm. It makes you and
makes my eyebrow
and there's
twitch
gonna be
just a little bit.
there's gonna be somebody who's like, well, you shouldn't have that thought process. Actually, I should because black
No, I should because I'm a black person.
yeah,
I'm always gonna be wondering about yeah,
because
exactly.
because there's a lot of black kids who get adopted by white people and go through the most stuff. Not only
It
that,
gets very much get out.
there are black kids with one white parent and that parent is racist as heck, and
Yeah.
they laid down and laid with somebody black, and they still treat their child like crap because their child is a black child. You had sex with a black person,
What do you
and
expect?
you
That's on
what
you,
did you
honey.
genetics? Did you think you were gonna have a white child?
Right. Oh goodness. Yeah, I had a point to make there, but I forgot what it was. Oh yeah, because like imagine like I said before, like not all children get adopted as fetuses. Like people stay
Right,
in the foster care system and stuff for years. So imagine you're like 13, 14, trying to like figure yourself out. Now you're starting to realize that okay, racism is a thing, right? Right? You should
right,
learn that earlier, but whatever. Um and then like you're just trying to like experience yourself, you're coming into a teenager, you're growing up, and then you finally like get adopted by a family that you feel like it's going to be right for you,
right,
and then obviously you're gonna look at them some type of way because they don't look like you,
right.
whatever. And then to have that parent that you're supposed to look up to just like bring you down and like
Mhm.
belittle you about something you just can't
Right,
control, like that can really mess up somebody, especially being like so young and so impressionable.
right.
That's what I see
And
from it.
not only that, the kids who are adopted at like a very early age, like
Mm-hmm.
they have to grow into knowing
Mm-hmm.
that this ain't right. You know,
Right.
like these people who are supposed to love and protect and be there for them. These people sought after them. Like it wasn't like they gave birth. No, they went through all these steps and processes to have you
Mm-hmm.
legally be their child. And you're thinking, they love me. But then you get older and you get older and you realize they can't stand you. Or they
Mm-hmm. And sometimes, most of the time, they're just doing it for a check.
mhm, or they think that they're better than you because
Mm-hmm.
you are the black kid who parents, quote unquote, didn't want them. It's
Right.
it's
And it's not all like that. It's not always like that.
but still it does give me white savior.
Yeah, it does. It really does. Okay, so moving on to something more lighthearted now. We're done with their popular opinions. I don't know. Have you listened to Doja Cat's new album yet?
You know I haven't.
Yeah. So I was gonna talk about that real quick. Doja Cat's I don't know which album this is for her. Not that big of a fan. Not that big of a fan. Not that big of a stan. But her newest album, Planet Her, just came out a couple weeks ago. I like it a lot. Yeah, I think it's a very well-rounded album. My faves on that right now is, like they fluctuate, right?
Mhm.
So it's Woman, the opening song. I feel like it's a great opening song. Woman, I Don't Do Drugs featuring Ariana Grande. Um Options featuring somebody, I don't know who he is, but whatever. Y'all can correct me. I don't really don't care about it. And then there's another one I like. Oh, Payday featuring somebody else. I don't really care. But yeah, all the men in the song, I'm like whatever. Like
Okay.
it's fine.
It's a
My
man.
favorite feature. Oh, and then the one with The Weekend. You Right. That's a really good song as well. But my favorite is Woman. So
Okay,
yeah.
per
Oh, and Need to Know. That's a really good one too. That was one of the singles, the best single.
it sounds like
Kiss Me
you
More is just
named this
kind
whole
of,
album.
huh?
I said it sounded like you named the whole album.
No, because it's a 14. I think it's like a 14-track album. I've made maybe five.
Okay, per.
um, I think that's not Bible. I'm not sure. I still got a number, but yes. Kiss Me More. I feel like that's the not worst. Yeah, it's the worst single. I like Need to Know and You Right a lot better than that song. I don't know if it's just been overplayed or if I'm just not a big fan of it. I mean, it's a cute song. I don't hate it, but it's just like it
It
doesn't really
has
do
been
anything
played a
for me.
lot.
It doesn't do anything for me. It really
You
doesn't.
want me to sing it for
So
you and change your mind?
I don't actually. I
I got
think
it.
it may actually
We're
make me hate the
singing,
song.
but we ain't got nothing to lose. Oh, oh, ooh, ooh. There you go.
Right. Right.
Anyways, Lamont's a hater. I
I'm not a hater.
I
I
think
just didn't like that. I didn't enjoy that.
I think I could take SZA's spot.
Honestly, probably. Me and Zaria have this like love hate thing for SZA. Like beautiful girl, very talented, but her singing voice, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's she doesn't know how to enunciate,
That's what it is.
uh, or it's just because the only like really song that I really like from her is "Doves in the Wind." I know that's probably a fan
We are
favorite,
probably
but
gonna get so much hate for this.
I don't
Listen,
care. I don't care. Say whatever. I've probably been called
listen.
worse. So
When it comes to black women, I hope that we all win.
yeah,
As long as you're not showing your coonship or there's any other problems that are just unacceptable. Any black woman I am cheering for. But
yeah.
let's add a but in there. She don't enunciate. What be going on? Because no, I should not have to look. I should not have to go on Lyric Genius every day to figure out what she. What were the words? Quickly. What did she say? Somebody tell me what she said.
Yeah, and a lot of people like to blame it on like, well, she does like to smoke a lot of weed. I'm like, well, so does Rihanna.
Like, and Rihanna's an island girl, and I understand what
No,
she's saying.
seriously, come on now, Island Girl.
Like,
Like,
no, SZA really just be slurring her speech. Her words be running together.
she's drunk in the
I'll
studio.
be like, damn, what did that? Look at the
Yeah,
lyrics.
rewind
Like,
that. Let's
I
listen.
don't know what she said.
But yeah, don't hate the girl. Obviously, we don't know her personally. That's just our opinion. Everybody is welcome to have their own opinion on
Please
that.
don't
But
say we're
yeah,
anti-black.
yeah, because we're not. Because I'm gonna support her before anybody else. Like, oh my God, have you been hearing what's going on with Miss Billie Eilish?
I've never been a
Girl,
fan of her, and I'm so glad.
me neither.
I'm
Me
so
neither.
glad that I wasn't a fan of her because I
Oh
couldn't have
my
been.
God.
I wasn't heartbroken. I was like, here's what I have to say. Any any white person, any white person that loves hip hop culture is a racist. I don't care what you say. I don't care what you say. Any white person who is just in love with hip hop culture, just loves it, just
Like
thrives off
obsessed with
hmm
it.
they feel entitled to hip hop culture. They feel it. So if they
Hmm.
feel entitled to hip hop culture, they feel entitled to black culture.
Yep.
So you get what you get. Don't think that just because a person likes your culture, oh, they respect it. No, the hell she doesn't. She thinks it's hers for the taking. So I'm not really surprised with Billie Eilish. Not at all.
Yeah, because she was saying stuff like, okay, apparently he was like racist, not racist. He was like homophobic and some other stuff too. And then when her fans were like I said, guys, I don't know Bible, but apparently when her fans were checking her on this, like, yo, like this is like really messed up. She was calling them like embarrassing or like doing too much. Like I said, I don't know the full story. That's just what my cousin had told me.
Right.
But girl, get it together because you're very talented for your age. Like you won how many Grammys
Right.
in one night?
Right.
Like obviously you're talented. You have something going for you. Don't mess it up as much as you already have.
Listen.
Like let's not excuse men over racism and homophobia, okay? Okay.
And you're old enough to know better, baby girl.
No, literally. Well, how old is she? 18, 19
Yep. Somewhere
now?
up there.
She's older than
She's
7.
old as
So
dirt.
she
She
knows
knows.
what's right and what's wrong.
She knew
Thank
right from wrong
you.
at 12. I'm sorry.
Elementary school, you learn what's right and what's wrong.
Absolutely.
Period.
So,
Trust.
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 Right.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this episode up, guys. We did great timing. I'm sad that we won't be able to record for like 80 days.
Right? But,
Because it's like a good like stress reliever. We can just come on here and talk for an hour, get our
right.
opinions out there, and just like share
And
it
this
with
was
the
a
whole
good
entire world. No
little
pressure.
episode.
Really. I hope all the audio and the recordings all
Right. Because you kept
worked
disappearing.
out because y'all know the Wi-Fi and y'all know we record from home. It's a mess.
Right.
But hopefully we can get that piece together. If I'm gonna apologize before we cut it off and I get into editing. If anything was cut off or y'all missed anything, we apologize. Work with us here. We're still, figuring out podcasting and editing and things like
Yes.
that.
We're pot.
Stuff happens, so just work with us. I know it's all my fault, so it's fine.
It's,
You can add me on
it's
Twitter at
okay.
Lamont Mal
It's
and
okay.
subscribe to my OnlyFans while you're at it.
Absolutely. I'm his manager. So if he
She's
wins,
not.
it,
She's not, but
anyway, so if he wins, I win.
oh, okay. Right.
Subscribe so I can get my 10%.
Okay. Well, I have a few things to do before it's even up and running. But it will. Yeah, they don't even know what I look like. They're like, "Who is this guy?" Like, what? But anyway.
If you want me, a black woman, to get 10% of his cut, please.
She's not getting 10%, y'all. I'm telling you that right now. I won't be making enough to get 10%.
If you want me, a black
Okay.
woman, to make money, I gotta go to school.
Then send money to the podcast. I've Venmo at local dash blacks. That's how you can give us a local Black woman some money.
Thank
Thank you.
thank you. Okay, we gotta wrap
So our
up.
next episode,
I
what?
said, okay, we gotta wrap up.
Oh, yeah. So our next episode should be out on August the 1st, and we're working on getting together for that episode. So like our comeback episode. Hopefully we'll be in person. We can't promise anything because life happens.
Right.
But that's our goal. We're trying to get all the equipment that we need to film in person with 2 separate mics. So be on the lookout for that. Follow us on all of our socials. Email us for any promotional things. And
Yeah.
yeah, stay local and stay Black, my
Yes,
friends.
but remember, if you are not local or Black, please stay your shade. Thank you. Good night.
Trust. Have a good one, everybody.
Bye.